One of the questions I get asked the most is, how do you deal with Widowmaker? A lot of players seem to think Widowmaker is unstoppable, but she really isn't. Here are 5 tips to help you deal with Widowmaker. Number 1. Plain and simple. Do not jump. I call jumping the smoking of Overwatch. It's a really bad habit that should be avoided at all costs. I understand that it can be fun and you feel like you're elusive with it. But actually, you're making yourself a very easy target to hit. So what should you do instead? Walk and counter strafe. Constantly change the direction of where you're going. Now do not mistake it for spamming your movement key, because quite frankly, it's just as bad as jumping. Number 2. Do not move in straight lines or stand still. One of the biggest mistakes that I see meta rank players and sometimes even GM players make is walk in straight lines because they want to reach the safety and the destination as fast as possible. They want to run around the corner so they don't die to the Widow. But this actually makes it very easy to shoot you. Instead, you should run and try to counter strafe in between. Especially when you're about to reach the corner, the Widow is going to hold that angle. So right before you reach the corner, counter strafe, pretend like you're going to the other side, and then go around the wall again. Even though obviously you should not stand still, I see a lot of players make that mistake. Especially when they play heroes like Ana or Widowmaker or Ashe or Hanzo. They just stand still, expecting to be safe, and the Widow is moving around and then catches them. The Ana is trying to heal, the Hanzo is trying to shoot, they get caught. Number 3, do not put her on a pedestal. And I'm going to explain to you what do I mean by that. Putting the Widow on a pedestal means that you are giving her more credit than she deserves. At the end of the day, it's just a person like you, at the same rank, sitting behind the screen. He doesn't have significantly better mechanical capabilities than you or better aim than you. It's not as if you're going to pick for half a second and your head is gonna be blown off. If you need to get something done, do not be afraid to pick Widow's line of sight, if you do it fast enough. I'm not saying you should just peek her, stand, jump, and just acting like a fool. I'm saying that if you want to throw a nade, for example, or use a sleep, or heal a teammate, or do some damage yourself, it's okay to peek here and there. Now, how do you do it to the best of your abilities? Quite simple. You peek into the Widow's line of sight when she isn't looking at you. Now, when you are hiding, the Widow is obviously not going to be standing there staring at a wall. She is going to shoot whoever is available on her screen. So now what happens, when she's busy with someone else, you can pick her, and funny enough is that you can actually shoot her. A lot of people criticize me. Awkward is telling you to take duels against a Widow. No, it's not what I'm saying. I am saying that when the Widow is not looking at you, she's actually a very vulnerable target. You should pick her, you should shoot her, and as soon as she turns her cross around to you, you escape, get away. As I said, it's just the person sitting behind the monitor, just like yourself. He could be better, he could be worse, but the fact is that he is around your rank, which means that he's not going to be significantly better or significantly worse. So have some confidence in yourself. Don't be afraid to peek. Do what you have to do. Number 4, avoid fighting her when unnecessary. Now, it's not exactly contradictory to my previous point, but a lot of the times when a Widow is trying to look at you, you are wasting her time if you hide correctly. When you notice a Widow is looking at you, just take a piece of cover, sit behind it, but the key point is to make sure that you expose yourself to other enemies that you can bring value to. So for example, let's say that you're sitting behind some sort of a barrier. Now the barrier has 2 sides and there's many places you can stand around it. If you choose your line of sight correctly, you can block yourself from the Widow that is looking at you, and you can open up the angle to other enemies, to nade them, to shoot at them, to shield them, whatever it is that you're playing. And by extension of this, the Widow is going to desperately try to look at you, but she couldn't kill you if she wanted to, because you're hiding behind cover. But she's gonna waste a lot of time trying to kill you, as she thinks she can see you or she thinks you're gonna peek within that second. So to the previous point, you need to fight her when she's not looking. But if you know that she's looking, use cover, but open up your line of sight to other enemies so you can bring value to the fight instead of hiding like a coward at some corner doing nothing. Number 5, shoot back. What do I mean by that? Again, awkward, you're promoting dueling against snipers, taking duels against snipers, you're gonna lose most of them. No, I'm saying that worst case scenario, You got yourself up in an open space, Widow, Hanzo, whoever it is shooting at you. What most players, even at top 500 I see this, they turn around, start moving their mouse, hoping that the enemy Widow is going to miss. Start dancing, jumping, crouching, looking like a puppet on a string. Instead, face the sniper, face the enemy that is shooting at you, and shoot him back. It's your only chance to live. If the Widow is going to take damage, she will run away. She will not continue standing there and shooting at you. She'll also be forced to run away. Always make sure you shoot back. It will also build up your confidence significantly. This is taught at Rank Up Academy for a while now. And the improvement that players make in terms of movement and the confidence they have against snipers is a night and day difference. They're sending clips how they beat a Widow in a 1v1 when they got themselves into a pinch. All of a sudden, they're getting value when there's a Widowmaker in the server. They're walking confidently around the map. They're healing, they're doing damage, they're using cooldowns. I'll let you in on a secret. There is a full movement guide available that teaches players how to maneuver around all types of projectiles and hitscan heroes. You will not believe how much of a difference it made even with bronze players. They saw the results almost instantaneously. You will never catch a RUA member turning their backs towards the enemy or running away from a fight when they know there is no way out of it. They are exclusively taught how to not run around like headless chickens and beat enemy snipers consistently. Knowledge means nothing without practice. You will fail many times while trying to implement the things that I teach before you will be able to execute them consistently. You will be able to dodge shots, beat snipers, render them useless, and even make them run away. So these are some tips you can use against Widowmaker and really any other sniper. Now you have the information, go apply it, take action. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye until the next video.